Thanks for joining me. Here we go, talking about the Ring Floodlight camera. Now this is Wi-Fi powered, simple to fit. If you've got an existing outside light, you can connect this up to the wiring, do away with your old light, and this thing will just power up and go straight to the app on the phone or the Ring network. So let's have a little chat about it, and we'll fit it and we'll go through all the rigmarole of sorting it out. So first we do is get the packet open. Let's have a look at the box and see how we get in it somehow. I'll put all the links in the description to the Amazon shop so you can see where it is and what we get and how much. These come in, they're on Black Friday. I paid £170 each. I think normally they're about £220, something like that. That's nice, isn't it? The box is nice, nicely packaged. And inside here we get some instructions. We get the actual light unit. Now, I have to say, I'm quite impressed with this. First impressions, I thought it looked a bit gargly on the old, you know, on the internet, on the pictures. This is nicely done. Look, nice packaging. So the system you've got here is basically you mount the back plate to the wall, hang it. You can alter the position of your lights and your camera. You can spin this round, get it pointing where you want it to. Something along the lines of yeah, something along the lines of that. So the camera's in, hanging in, you can adjust everything, lights come on, get your picture. So what we'll do is get this on the wall, lock that into position so I don't wobble about. You get a few tools with this. Let's have a look. In the box you get a lovely little screwdriver tool with a couple of ends on it to help you outfit it. You get a little hanger. And you get some mounting screws if you want to use those. You also get a little spare bolt in case you drop one. And this little screwdriver thing here, it's great. It goes into these little mounting screws there. We undo them. One. Spin that one out as well. Two, the back plate comes off. Like so. And then we can actually disconnect. This little plug here will come away from there as well. If we just give it a little tug, it comes off from there, which now allows us to hang this wherever we want it on the wall, and then we can come along, hang this and wire it up. So we just need a power source to it, 240 volts UK, coming in through the little hole at the bottom, and stick it on the wall. Let's go and find a spot for it. So this particular one, this one's going in the carport. I've got a nice roof mount in there. I can just drill a hole through for the wire. You can see I've brought the wire around here. I've just tacked that into the frame. We're going to drill a hole straight through that just so I can just make it look a little bit neater. Look at that. Go on, get it in there. Now the power wire I'm using for these cameras is this 0.75mm 3-core cable. I'll put a link in the description down below. This is a link to Amazon. You can buy this stuff. It's as cheap as chips. This is a 50-metre roll. You can get it for less than £20. And I say 50 metres is a good length, so you can do all your wiring up. When it comes to plugging the end in, you can either wire a 3-pin plug to plug it into a socket that you've got handy somewhere, or like myself, I shall show you later, I'm going to wire mine straight to the back of a socket so that it doesn't use any plug sockets up. Also, you'll need some clips. These are the 7mm cable clips that go with this cable, so they actually click in there nicely. And you just bang them into any piece of wood or masonry to tidy it all up and keep it all nice and straight. But let's crack on. So here we go, let's get this camera fitted then. I'll feed that wire through the hole that I've just drilled. Like I say, just to make it look a bit neater and tidier. It's just coming down the back there, and then we can slide the back plate in. Obviously got to get it pointing the right way, so just make sure we get the camera lined up where we want it. I'll just bang a couple of screws in there to hold that up. Like I say, you do get some screws with it, but this is into wood, so I've just used a couple of wood screws there just to hold that up nice and tight. I do love that Makita impact gun as well. It doesn't half make life easier when you're putting screws in. Again. Just nip that across the back. Feed that through the wire. It's always good to put the grommet on. Saves you getting any moisture or spiders or stuff creeping inside into the little hole and getting into your workings of your camera. It's not so much for water because this is dry under here, but I just split this wire and then peel back the sheath on the outside to reveal the 3 white wires inside. We're going to have an earth, we're going to have a live, and we're going to have a neutral. Like I say, we'll just peel that back. These can be a bit fiddly to peel back. I get hold of that outer and just pull it against the other 3 wires just to work as a bit of clear cable there. Yeah, go on, you can do it. There we go. Now we've got something to work with. Now just peel back that insulation off those. Giving myself about 15mm there, just so I can double it up and twist it, make it nice and thick on the end to, because it's going into a screw connector block, so we need to make sure that we've got plenty of meat there for it to bite into. Give them a good twist. Get the light unit. And then we'll hook through the body, and then hang it through the little slit in the side there. We'll do it the way around, I'm not going to see it anymore. This one. A lot down there. We'll get you up a bit. Got the connector block, neutral and live. The markings on these connector blocks is really clear. It's got a big L and a big N on it, so you can't get it wrong. And then the earth will just bolt to the body of the light inside, which I'll show you in a moment. So obviously this is a new piece of wire I've just fed through here, so there's not connected on the other end. There's no power to this wire. I'll show you in a moment. I'm going to change a floodlight out for one of these cameras, and that is a live wire, so we're going to have to switch the power off to do that one. This one, like I say, it's not a live wire, so always be careful of that you don't just need to connect up as earth. Chop through a live wire or anything. And that's the earth there going to the body of the light. This thing's a bit fiddly. Just got to loosen the screw off from it. Get it out of play. Wrap the earth wire around that. Just twisted it up a bit. If you wanted to, you could put a ring terminal on the end of that, make life a bit easier for yourself, but I'm just going to wrap that round the screw and put it into the clamp, and then bolt it back to the lamp. Wouldn't it be funny if I dropped this screw? Can you imagine losing that? It's a slick little one, isn't it? Oh, didn't you know that was coming? Luckily I found it, it weren't too bad. I'll try again, second time lucky. Okay. Through a little washer, hot washer on the back, and then screw it back into the base. I think out of all of it, this is the fiddliest bit, is putting these screws through. Like that. There we go. That's all ready to go back up. Get his little hook out. Re-clamping that connector plug to the base. I'm really impressed with the quality of the build on these lights. It's all aluminium. The base, the little lights and everything all got an aluminium housing to them, so they're really sturdy and strong. They're brilliant. Like that. It's a little bit fiddly just trying to line up the two bolts that come through. takes a bit of perseverance. That's 1, 2. I can't believe I'm buying Ring cameras because all I thought Ring were good for was spotlights back in the day. You get some nice Ring spotlights on your car. But I have to say, these do look the business. I hope they work as well as they look. And screw them up nice and tight. Right, so the camera now is fully round like that. Somewhere there. Let's spin these spotlights round. And I reckon we're about there with that. We'll just peel the film off the front. Make that lens nice and clear. Brilliant. Yeah, that's that one done. Let's move on to the second one, which is on the front garden. Get the base and shove that up the hole. We'll get that back in again. Like that. Get that up where we need it to be, which is just about there. I've gone for some nice beefy 5B50s because this is plastic, but it's a double walled fascia, so it should hold it all up nicely. I'll just get that about just about there, and then we'll bang these straight through. There's one. So, got it. And then we can just hang that through the little hole in the side. There's a little slit there, just to hang that up while we get the wires fixed up. I'll trim them back a bit. Give myself a bit to play with, which I'll go to there. There's terminal block there, again marked out live and neutral on those. Okay, they're in nice and tight. Okay, make sure the rubber's on the thing there. We'll get the hook thing out, like that. And then clip this connector back into its position on the base there, like that. And then feed this up and into place. Making sure that all the wires are out the way, we're not trapping anything. Make sure it's up nice and tight. Like that. And we can drop this round. Pointing somewhere we want it to be, tighten up the, and then another one, something like that, peel off the tape. So like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to power these up through into the back of this socket. Now this socket I've put in is going straight to the fuse board on a individual fuse just for these cameras. So I've not got to worry about the fusing because it's going through a nice little 6 amp fuse in the fuse board. I'm going to bang them straight into the back of this plug, using the plug really as a connector block. If you wanted to, you could put like a 3-pin plug on the back of these and put them into individual sockets if you've got power nearby. Or you could wire it into your fuse board if you wanted to take all the wires straight back to your fuse board and do it that way. Extension cord, something, you know, you just need a nice 240 volt feed. Oh, let's whip this old one off. This is down the bottom of the garden now, which is 36 metres from the nearest Wi-Fi in the house. Like I said, I've got the Mesh Aero system and it's powerful as you like, it's brilliant. These, if you've got a security light that's on a permanent feed, you can just disconnect it, connect up the Wi-Fi camera and you're away. No messing about. That's what I'm hoping for. Disconnect the wires. Be careful not to touch the earth to anything, otherwise it will short the house out. So it's got earth leakage on it. So I'll try and get that one over there out of the way. There we go. That's the old light down. Okay, right. We've got those wires there sorted. These are clearly marked live and neutral. Put the screws in. We can position his lights where we want them. Peel off the film. And we can turn the power on.
Welcome to Ring. Follow the instructions in the Ring app to continue.
We better get the app on, haven't we? So we go into the App Store. I've got the Eero Wi-Fi there. That was the last thing I did. If you've got poor Wi-Fi in your house and you're struggling with these cameras, you might need to get one of these Eero units. They are brilliant. But let's go to Ring, search Ring Doorbell, Ring Home in the App Store. There it is, look. So we'll click on Get and we'll download that to the phone. You can get this on PC as well, ring.com, and you can see all the business on your PC if you want to do it that way. It's not a problem. Here we go. There's the app. We'll open the app up now. It's downloaded to my phone. We want notifications because we want it to bing bong if it sees something or somebody presses the doorbell. So you just got to fill your details in. So what's your name? I'll bang my name, and I live in the UK, so that's all good. Email address. Create your account. Then you can just fire straight back in. Look, and now the app's up and running. So this is your dashboard. What you see. This is all of the cameras that I've got now are all linked up. We've got the doorbell, we've got 3 cameras there, one down the garden, one on the front, and one pointing down the back garden as well. You can go into each individual camera, and using the timelines, you just scroll them left to right, and you've got live view, and then as you see there, you've got like the ring, somebody's come to the door there, look. It's really clever. I mean, it is really, really clever. I'll be doing another video on the doorbell and the installation. This is the Ring Pro doorbell, so check the next video out because that will be on the full installation. It's a hardwired doorbell. And there you go, you can link each camera. So if one camera sees something, you can go to another one and tell it to operate at the same time. So you can create a network of accounts and things that are going on just by linking the cameras and in the settings. It's fantastic. We can go down the garden, and this is 36 meters down the garden. Again, I'm using the Eero Pro mesh router to get the power down there because it is a long way. The Virgin Media one just wouldn't get that far. I've got another video on that. You check that out because that is an amazing thing if you're struggling with Wi-Fi. Now, this is your dashboard and your main sort of accounts and things, what you can do. There's the list of the cameras. You go into each individual one and you can go into the settings, adjusting the motion sensitivity. You see this zone here. We can actually click on that zone and pull the little blue dots round, and that is where your camera will be activated. You can set it that accurately. It's brilliant. You can just move these, scroll these little dots into the affected area that you want to be activating the camera, and then click save, and it's done. So it's really, really accurate. And that goes for the light as well. So you can get the light to come on with the same sort of thing. You can have notifications for everything. But I found it was bing bonging when somebody walked past the house and it was doing me head in. So I switched those off and made some of the others less sensitive. Back to the dashboard again there. You've got history in the top left hand corner. You click on that and it shows you every single piece of motion, doorbell press in your history. You can click on any one of those and it will bring you up to the account that happened. You can see this is at dark. This is a night view on the front. That's the spotlight camera just coming on there, and old Moggy's there, look. Somebody's cat's having a bit of a dump in my front garden. Bless it. But you can see the night vision is pretty good there on the front. That's not bad at all. Now, there is street lights, and we've got lighting on the front. If I try and get you into the back garden in the middle of the night, you'll see there, that is the infrared. These cameras have all got infrared settings on them. So that is pitch black. That's without the spotlight. That is just all off the infrared. So there's nothing lit up down the garden. So it's not a bad dark view. It's pretty good. So the other great feature with the Ring cameras, it's all linked in with the Alexa. And so we've got these Echo devices dotted around the house. If anybody presses the doorbell now, it'll bing bong on one of these Alexas and you can actually see who's at your front door. You can press the button and talk to somebody on there. It's pretty damn good. And also, if we give it the Alexa, show me front door.
Okay.
It actually takes you through to the front door camera on the screens. And we can do this for any of the cameras around the house. So we can also go, Alexa, stop. Alexa, show me garden camera.
Okay.
And there's the garden as well. Alexa, stop. So yeah, that's pretty much another real deciding feature that I went for the Ring cameras. Obviously the doorbell will ring to your phone, so if you're out and about, you can set that up with your phone, and it'll bing bong your phone. It'll ring you and tell you there's somebody at the door. You can get your parcels and tell them to put them in the porch or whatever. Did look at some other stuff. Did look at the Hikvision camera system. The only thing with those is you've got like the DVR, which is you've got to put that somewhere. So you've got to have that. You've got to have it hardwired. So you've got to run all the hardwiring to all of the cameras, which we have to do with the power to our Ring cameras. But you need to get these wires all routed round, and they're not going to main sockets. They're all going to a specific point, which is obviously going to be this DVR unit. So it's quite an involved job to wire everything in. The other problem is it's got a hard drive in there. So with any hard drive, eventually they fail. So in a couple of years' time, that hard drive's going to jam up. You're going to have to be buying another one. We are having to pay a subscription of 80 quid a year with the Ring cameras. So that goes for the Ring cameras and the doorbell. But the benefits of that are if somebody does nick one, then you're covered. They will replace it as long as you're on the plan. And if there's anything goes wrong with one, they'll replace that as well. So you do get like a good warranty with it. It's a Ring protection scheme, which is, again, pretty damn good. And I do like the fact that we haven't got that DVR, that it's all in the cloud. It just makes life a lot easier. It seems to, it just makes life that little bit easier. And the picture is pretty damn good as well. The Hikvision, the 4K Hikvision cameras are slightly better. You get slightly more detail. But to be fair, these 1080 cameras are more than sufficient for what we need. You're getting a good view. You can see people's faces clearly. It's giving you everything. You've got, here we go again. Another amazing feature is the sound and the talking. You can actually talk to the cameras. If somebody, or you see something funny going on, you can actually click on your phone, go to the microphone icon, and you can actually talk to whoever's there. I mean, a security camera with an actual microphone and a speaker inside of it to make it you able to communicate is just brilliant. It's a really, really good idea. It's a great feature, and another reason why I thought this was such a good system. You've also got the Siren feature, so if you do see something funny going on and you get a notification on your phone, you can just press the siren and it will just set the old thing, going off. Again, notification telling you something's going on, and then you could probably avoid getting your house burgled because you've actually, warned somebody off with the siren. So again, another good feature. So in conclusion, let's try and finish this one off. Alexa, show me front door.
Okay.
That says it all. These little Alexa units around the house, showing us what's going on at the front door, in the garden, showing us the cars. If ever you got any doubt and you want to see what's happening outside, they're brilliant. They're really, really good. It's seamless. It really is clever. I'm over the moon with it. I'm really, really pleased. It was easy to fit. It was easy to set up. What more can you say? I'll drop all the links in the description. Like I said, all the links for the cameras. I've got the video on the doorbell coming next. I've just loaded the one for the Eero mesh Wi-Fi. Again, sometimes we've got Virgin Media and it's the Wi-Fi had got some blank pockets around the house and it was never going to reach the bottom of the garden. So the mesh Eero router really powered the Wi-Fi and we can just go forever now. It's really, really powerful. So, and that's crystal clear. It's brilliant. So yeah, if it's been a use, if you've enjoyed the video, if you've liked to see me struggle and drop in a few nuts and bolts on the way fitting these cameras, then yeah, drop me a little thumbs up, like and subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching.